Hey, hello, how are you doing? How are you doing today on this fine day, on this fine hanky-panky day? Anyways, I'm Kaylin or Blue, you can pick and choose, and today we're coming out with a new video, which is drawing my starter pack, against the AI stuff, and I just thought I would hop onto the trend. I don't want to make this video any longer than it needs to be, so I'm just going to call it a day here. But thank you for tuning in, and let's get right into the video.
Here it is. Here is my little girly pop in a doll box. She's being turned into a marketable plushie. Wah! No, actually, but she is being turned into the AI doll pack thing that's been going around, which started off by people using AI to see like what their little like doll box would be, and then, you know, artists, me included, were like, hey, I can do this challenge without AI, but I'm going to use my own AI. Actual imagination. So that's what we're doing. We are designing my girly pop, my baby girl, as a little box, which I think this art trend is actually really cute, because you could do it with all your OCs and be like, oh my goodness, look at this art collection. And then I also thought about it, you can use this for art fight, like make a whole shelf of like people's OCs in these packaging, which I'm probably going to kidnap and take and run with it, because I think that's such a cute idea for art fight. But anyways, back to my character and like talking about this whole AI thing, because I'm very passionate about this. Like, I literally set aside a different video to get this video out first, because it's already going to be out not this coming weekend, but the following weekend, which is 2 weeks after it's like on its high of, oh my goodness, we're making our own things. So technically I'm late to this trend, but technically I'm not late to the trend because I did start it beforehand. However, I'm still doing the trend. And I'm going to be posting it on TikTok and my other social medias. So therefore, it'll still have some type of relevancy, but I'll still get this video. And who knows, people like, they do this and they do trends late and people still see them. So you know what, maybe I'll be lucky and people will still see this. Not like I'm not going to post like, hey guys, I posted a YouTube video, please go check it out. Because I will be doing that. But anyways, I kind of want to make my friends into some of these too. Just because I love them. They're my little perkies. Yeah. So I just really like seeing like everybody's creativity like in this, because, well, the people who are using their own AI and not AI itself, you know, like their actual imagination. But I really do hope to see like more people do it. I love seeing it on my feed. I eat it up. I'm like, because one, I love seeing their character. Two, I love seeing what they're gonna be putting in for their like little fucking, oops, sorry, that was a cuss word that slipped out. Excuse me. But I love seeing like, oh, this is my character's essentials. This is what my character would have if they were a doll. This is, like, what? Like, I love it. I love it so much. And then I watched Casey Golden, I think it's just Casey Golden. I think on the package it said Casey the Golden. I've been watching her for a minute. And let me tell you, whenever I watched her, well, I stopped, I, like, had to pause, but then I saw that video come out of where she made her own doll. But let me tell you, I was so shocked. I was so stoic to see the fact that she made it where there was add-ons, like there's extras. So that's why the YouTube video is also coming out later, because I'm going to be making add-ons. Like, oh, what if like there was accessory blind boxes or like accessory packs? Like, oh, I could have a summer pack, a spring pack, a fancy dress pack. Like, you can expand so far on this, and it blows my mind, like, how creative you can actually be with this project. And at the same time, you are really building, like, a character ref sheet while you're doing it. If you really think about it, like, you just shoved them in a box. And people don't really, like, realize that. But I did. Or at least people aren't talking about it. And I am. I'm going to be talking about it. Because I was like, man, creating a ref sheet for my character, that's kind of hard. That's kind of difficult. I started sketching. I started sketching and, like, working on this. I'm like, holy moly, this is going to be her ref sheet for a minute, because I still haven't finished the one that I, like, started a few months back. Well, not a few. That's a bit drastic. But a rough sheet of her that I've been working on is still not ready, just because there's so much that I have to think about. And it's, like, a different ref sheet, and it's bigger. It's a bigger project that I was not ready to take on. However, this just makes it seem so much easier, because I can create her little packs. I can come up with her fancy pack, like just a bunch of outfit ideas and like random accessories that she can have. Then like you have her main pack. And then I even want to give her like different face plates, like how like some of the anime ones, like you can change out their face. And I want to do that too. So I'm probably going to make like a whole like thing like, oh, you could buy a whole sheet of spare faces. Isn't that cool? Isn't that slay? Be like, yes, that's pretty cool actually. Matter of fact. But like my creative flow juices are just spewing everywhere. Is that an image for you? Probably. I don't know. I'm sorry. But like really, like everything that you can do for this trend, you can do. Like, listen, I'm going to come out here and I'm going to hit her with some more hairstyles. I'm going to hit her with all the seasons of clothes and maybe like 2 or 3 sets for each one. I don't know, actually. I don't know what else I'm going to be doing. I kind of want to like have it where you can get some backgrounds for her as well. Like her room, because then it'll have me forcefully use perspective. Maybe you can get a whole house for her. And I have to do the whole layout of the house. However, that's not very much for her because in the story, she doesn't get like her own house. They actually live in like a giant building. Kind of like what you'd see in like those gilded animes, like where you have like the guild house. That's kind of what she's going to be living in with her friends. Maybe I'll make them each their own room. And then you can put it all together and be like, wow, look at this. But yeah, anyways, you can kind of see the whole thing now. You get to see her standing there, and you get to see her clothes, which is her normal clothes that she wears. This is her day-to-day outfit that she has, and she's in there, and she's just doing a basic little pose, I guess, a little pose. I'm going to be adding on the details to her clothes. I just want to make sure that it all looked okay. But she's going to have her pet, she's going to have her phone, she's going to have her art supplies. She's going to have, like, probably a pajama set in there because that's pretty much what I wear is my casual clothes and PJs. And on the off chance, you'll get me wearing something else. So we'll probably just have her get a little PJ set somewhere up in that clothes pile. And then I also kind of want to make it because Casey Golden, she had it where whenever you dip her in water, like then her leg hair would grow. I kind of want to make that, but with her tail, and because I can't really pick between like the dark blue or a bright pink color for her tail pattern. So I think I'm going to kind of just, make it where if you dip her in water, then she changes color. I also want to make it where she has a full mer shark form too, just because she does have that. So I guess we're going to be seeing me make a lot of fake dolls here in the future. I don't know what else is going to be in this video because so far I've only worked on this project piece as of now. It is April 23rd, and I do get pretty much 2 weeks to work on this project as of now. So I guess we'll just get to see. I also cannot believe I didn't realize I didn't speed up the rest of the video. I thought this whole video was already sped up. Apparently not. So I had a lot to rant about within that time. But yeah, I think I'm going to make it where she also gets like that accessory bag. I kind of want to make some blind bags. So maybe like you can get some match and match accessories for everybody. You never know actually. Matter of fact, you don't know. I don't even know what's going to be going on. But yeah, anyways, I've put in a lot of work into this doll already. Like, I even changed brush sizes just to change things up some. But as you can see, like, the packaging's a little boring, so I decided to go ahead and spice it up. I knew I wanted to incorporate, like, her main colors being the blues and pinks. And let me tell you something, I took that and I ran with it, like, full-heartedly. Like, there was no breaks on my, whatever. So, yeah, right now I'm just making the border. I wanted to make sure, like, it had nice rounded edges. And then I saw Casey Golden, like, did, like, a little cardboard side piece. So I figured, why not? I'm going to do that as well. Filled it in, completely forgot that there's little holes because I didn't want it to look full. And here you can see I went with the 2 brightest parts, being the bright, like, neon blue, then this neon pink color. Then I decided to downsize the pink. And I made sure to put everything on different layers just so I could fill it all because I really didn't feel like trying to go through and fill it all that way, like, all in the same layer. I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about. Then I added in a light blue, and these are the 4 blues that I wanted to go with, and that's not all. We're not just going to have it be these splotchy colors. I want it to look more interesting than that, more abstract. So I went ahead and I tweaked with this for a little bit. Like,
a good chunk of my time was used messing with this part, which I think came out really well. I do love how the colors all got mixed in together, and then that's the back of my packaging. I think it looks pretty. Anyways, this next part is going to be very sped up just because I don't want this video to be too long, but I still want to show like the whole process. So here what I'm doing is I'm just going to be whiting out all the boxes just to kind of give it that plasticky feel, and it doesn't like, it kind of separates the background a little bit from like the things that I'm going to be drawing inside. And it's not like I have anything against like, oh, big poppy colors. It's my own preference. My own preference. I don't need anybody heated about it. But yeah, anyways, I really do like this. You guys will see me, like, lower the opacity on it like that. You can still kind of see the background in it, which I think is good. It's good enough where I can, like, put my stuff over it and you can actually see it and it won't be as chaotic. Then I go over and I outline everything. I'm sticking to primarily blues and pinks as my color palette, for all of this, just because I want it to all look cohesive, and that's really, like, my persona's, like, colors. And, you want to know why those are her colors? Do you really want to know why? I don't know why I've been doing that if I start to start. Anyways, you want to know why? Those are my two favorite colors. Anyways, we're back to drawing and doing some little fun doodles. I know you guys saw my character, and you guys probably thought I was going to start coloring her. I did too. I completely forgot I showed this process of me drawing some extra stuff for my art supplies stuff, which we got my iPad, we got the Apple Pencil that I added in, and we're about to add in a whole bunch of crayons, which, yes, you can bet your minds I went red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, pink, and I guess the last one's going to be black or something. I don't know. Then we're adding into my favorite erasers I own, which is a ketchup and mustard eraser pack. I love it very much. It makes me so happy. Anyways, now we're going to start coloring Eileen, which I just did my basic, like, whole blue base, and called it a day from there. And we just full on color it. And I love her color palette in this, and I really do love the pose. It's, like, fully grown on me, to be honest. But anyways, I mega sped all this up just because it is a very long process of me coloring her. Because she has a lot of colors, she has a lot of patterns. And as a doll, I would want her to be, like, fully decked out. I need to figure out how I'd want her in, like, an animation style. But, yeah, I fully decked her out. You can see me struggle some with colors because my color fill tool was fighting me. And I was like, okay, well, I'm going to make sure I win. Anyways, this yellow against this blue is such a pretty color combination, if I can say so myself. Here we do the skin. I know the eyes look a little cross-eyed, but I promise they're not. I'm not cross-eyed, guys. Please take my word. But yeah. Anyways, I almost forgot that the pink went on the other side. And let me tell you, whenever I saw that, I was so frustrated at myself for a second. I'm like, are you serious? Like, you couldn't remember where the colors go? So yeah. Also, if I were to do that color changing thing, so as you guys can see, the doll comes in primarily pink. Because I realized, like, if I did blue, then I wouldn't have that many pinks. But if you dipped it into water, then it would be the blue color, because I think that that'd be pretty cool. Like, if warmer temperatures hit, then she doesn't want to be seen or something. I don't really know how that would work. I guess we would just have to figure that out in her lore, I suppose. But we got the whole jacket going on, which is pretty slay. I want this to be real. I would so collect her and, like, put her on my shelf or something. I think she's just a big mega cutie patootie. There's me fighting colors again. So sorry. Maybe I should put an epilepsy warning on here if I remember to. I may not remember, so I'm sorry in advance. Whoops. But anyways, we're working on the pants and shoes, which the pants I'm still trying to figure out fully of what I want, but, you know. But anyways, the shoes, I think I pretty much got those figured out. Instead of having 2 stripes on them, though, I only gave it 1 stripe on those shoes just because I think it made it look a little more cohesive. Is cohesive the right word? I think it is. I don't know. I spoke a lot today. But I thought it went better just because it's 1 stripe and not 2. And, like, it technically made, like, 5 stripes because you got the dark blue, pink, dark blue, pink, dark blue. Or is that, wait, dark blue, pink, dark blue, blue, dark blue. Yeah, 5 stripes. So, then we got these dots, and we got more of those stripy stripes, which I think is really cute. But anyways, my doll is all done. Time for the accessories. Anyways, I forgot my eyebrows and my nose, so I just quickly added those on. Yeah, but anyways, we're gonna do the accessories now, which is very exciting. We're gonna start off with all the art accessories, which, first things first, we're gonna start off with the markers, which we have red, orange, yellow, green. Didn't really like this green, to be honest. Blue, but it was purple. Oh wait, blue and a lighter blue, and then a nice, pretty purple. Then I decided to kind of make it look like my actual markers and give it like white, but I kind of like reversed it some in a way. I don't really know how to explain it, so I just changed it and made it better. Next we have crayons, which I didn't want to put these guys in order just because with my crayons I don't tend to put them in order, so I kind of left them in order to a degree, but other than that, not really. And I try to keep to a more pastel color swatches. But the red and green are kind of off. Then we drew my iPad and my Apple Pencil that goes with my iPad. And then we colored in my favorite erasers of all time, which resemble ketchup and mustard packets, which I can't resist. I genuinely just love them. Then I realized I forgot these markers, so I added in a pink and a gray color. Just because I was like, yeah, we're not going to do that. We are going to add those in because those are important markers to me. Then we did a pink and a blue pencil because those are kind of my 2 mechanical pencils that I'm very in love with, plus a sage green, but I don't really care for sage green. Then we're going to be doing my sketchbook, which the title of the sketchbook doesn't actually look like this. I just wanted it to look nice. But that's just me, though, to be honest. And I made sure that it was black, pink, and blue just because, you know, favorite colors, they kind of got to be everywhere. And I wrote sketch on it just because. Next section is just some personal accessories. This one is my wallet, which is actually a Lucario wallet. And if I remember to, I'll put in an image. Anyways, here's the wallet. I did pull up an image, and my drawing looks nothing like that. We're just going to ignore that, okay? Because I thought that's how my wallet looked. I haven't really looked at it in a minute. But, you know, we drew it to our best of abilities. Ignore that Lucario looks like that. I wasn't trying to make it look fully like him. Then we have my money that's in my wallet, obviously, because I'm obviously a rich girl. That's why there's some coins laying around. Look at that. I got $40 right there, and don't worry, I changed those to pennies. Next up, we have my chicken nugget AirPod case. I don't even really use those. I use AirPod Pros more, but I do love my chicken nugget case, so I decided to do that. Which my AirPod Pros are pretty much the same thing as my AirPods and whatnot. So, you know, they're called Pro Buds, I'm pretty sure. But anyways, next we're working on my character's dog Waffles and his bandana, which I wanted to make it look like a waffle that had a syrupy mix. And you won't believe it, but I fell in love with the liquid tool, and I even worked on it on his little thingamabobber that he wears, his little bandana, because I thought it would be cute, and I thought it was a nice little detail, and it works for him, so that's what we're going to be doing. Yup. Then I colored in the waffles on it, which honestly, if I were to make this like his actual bandana, I think I'm just going to leave it the yellow with the browns, and use the liquify tool just because I think it would be better. Next up, we have his little waffle plushie, which that's going to be like kind of like his comfort plushie, and he uses it to sleep. So yeah, then we have his stuffed fish. I feel like he would let out his anger on the fish, and that's why there's an X mark on it. Then we have the leash, which I made a dark blue with a light blue chain piece. Anyways, coming back a week later to continue on this project, we are going to be coloring in Waffles, which is the pit shark, because I thought it would be pretty cute. And yeah, that's what I'm doing. He's going to be a waffle color, because I think that's gorgeous. He's a cutie patootie. Here I am grabbing a darker brown I had a hiccup. To, do the ears, the eyelashes, and then some other little thingamabobbers. Anyways, I hope that this video still is relatable, because I've been seeing people still be posting here and there on YouTube of creating the dolls. So somebody please look at mine. I spent time on it. But anyways, since it's cutting close to being the Sunday that I wanted to post this on, I may end up, to be honest, doing another like series, coming out with a few ever so often, just because I want to have dolls come out. I want to do all the big grand ideas. Right now I'm currently working on filling out a whole sketchbook for May, so if you're wanting to see that, consider subscribing. Whoops, did I do a plug-in? Maybe. Yeah, anyways, I did like this little stripe pattern on him because I thought it'd be kind of cute, and I thought it was different from most of the things that I have drawn. So just added in like a little bit extra to him. And I think he's so cute. Look at him just laying there, snug as a bug in a rug. I think that he's super cute, and like even the belly. So yeah. Next up, we have my little snack area, I guess you could call it. My little munches because I get hungry. I created this gradient water bottle because I thought it would work out for her. The only thing that I would consider adding is like little stars. So we'll have to consider doing that, you know. We have a piece of meat just because I know like, oh, shark, meat. Put those together, yeah. Big brain time, big brain styles. We're doing this. Then we did a piece of pizza just because I really like pizza and it has sausage on it and pepperoni because I love me a meat. Here we got that little square ramen, which I do eat dry. Fight me. I dare you. I made like my own version of a Dorito bag, I guess. I don't really know what this would be. I kind of just like colored it randomly. I thought red would look good. So that's just what we did. I also did cotton candy, which I did blue, pink, and purple because I couldn't decide on a flavor. So I was just like, you know what? All three of the ones I know. We did cookies as well, which I wish I made them the M&M ones, but I didn't. I just did simple chocolate chip, which is pretty much the same thing. They do have different flavors to me. I'm trying to remember what this is. I think it's just another water bottle. I think that's what it is. Yeah, it's another water bottle. Okay, I was right. Here we have what would be considered like my Dr. Pepper, because I love Dr. Pepper, but I didn't want to make it exactly Dr. Pepper, so it's some type of soda. Next up, we have some spare clothes that you may find her in. This is like in her starter pack, which would be more of her pajamas because I do like to lounge around in PJs. So for this first piece of clothing, or the first article, I guess, it's going to just be a pretty basic hoodie. I started off with dark blue for like around the edges, I guess, and then light blue sleeves with a pink little like hooded part, like main body piece. Then we got to the socks, which honestly low-key is my favorite part. Just because with my socks, I am not normal in any shape or form. I like to mismatch my socks a lot, so I kind of came up with like a few mismatch styles, which probably if I were to make more of these box sets, you would see me with more mismatch socks that look like they could be in sets, because I did make sure, like, oh, if you look at it, like, somebody else's sock is somewhere else. And then there's just some socks that are missing, because that is, like, a trait that I have, is just random socks are missing. Made sure, like, the socks, some of them look similar, but not similar enough, just because, you know, had to make sure that the vibe was right with these socks, which I kept it with the blue and pink palette for this one, just because I really wanted my whole theme to be very blue and pink for these, ranging from the dark blue to the like neon blue, the pinks, you know, like the bright pinks and the light pinks. Here we're designing the thigh highs, which I decided to go for a dark blue with the bright pink, just because I thought it would be a good contrast against each other, which it was, matter of fact. No shame about it, which I'll probably have to come up with like more thigh-high designs, just because I think I could do better, but this is just like her little starter pack, so like it's kind of like she's confused in what she likes for clothes. So yeah. Next, I wanted to make like a light pink shirt, just so it contrasted with the bright pink and dark socks. Then I wanted to make a whale shark graphic tee, which did not come out the best, so I'd have to definitely come up with something better. This is kind of like an on-the-spot design. So maybe that's something that we'll work on later on, is making a new shirt that makes more sense, because that is bad. That's not even good. Next I came up with a dark shirt with a light blue spider that's dropping down like a little heart. just to resemble like my love for Spider-Man, but not making it fully Spider-Man, you know. Next, I made like the what's it called? The plaid pajama bottoms, like the plaid pants, with dark blues, light blue, and like that mid-tone blue. And then I did little girl boxers because I think girl boxers are really cute. And I just do a very basic design. I darken up the, like, I guess the edges of what would be the, like, hems and whatnot. And then I added on hearts because I wanted it to be very basic but very cutesy and demure. Anyways, yeah, this is my, what's it called? My doll, my artist doll. I'll have to see what it's called online before I post it because I need to make sure, like, the name's correct. But, yeah, I'm just going to add on the name of my thing, which is just SnoozingBlu. And I tried new lettering. Don't really care for it, so I definitely would change it. Do not worry, that goes away. I did not like it. But, yeah, you'll have to tell me what your favorite part of this was. You'll have to let me know if you made one. And if you did, just let me know because I will go like it up and probably... If it's on Instagram, I may repost it onto my story if anybody's interested. But yeah, that's pretty much going to the end of the video. So if you guys did enjoy watching my video and want to consider supporting my art journey that I'm on right now, and probably for a good few more years, just let me know. And yeah, I hope to bring you guys joy. I'm trying to post more regularly. I'm posting in advance, so that way I actually have time to do my videos and make sure that there's videos coming out on time. I do digital art, I do physical art, traditional art. I'm working on doing a podcast right now. There's a lot of new works coming up because this is a new chapter in my life. I've turned a page. And yeah, I really appreciate anybody who has been supporting me or anybody who is going to be supporting me. It means a lot. Yeah, but you guys, I hope you guys have a great, amazing rest of your day or night, and I'll hopefully see you guys in the next video. Toodaloo.